On this week's edition of the Overtime, we will highlight NAU's family weekend and the sold-out crowd for the football game. Next, we will meet Eric FREAS, who works at COCONINO High School as both the athletic director and the head athletic trainer. Finally, we are continuing our new segment called Get Out There. This week, we're on a spooky local FLAGSTAFF hike. All that and more on this week's edition of the Overtime. Hello and welcome to the Overtime, Northern Arizona's only sports show. I'm your host, Lydia Schwieters, and today I'm joined by sports reporter Angel Castellano. And it's both of our first times up on desk.
I'm excited to be here. Let's get to it.
Sports reporter Adriana Sparks and I got the chance to be on the sidelines for the Big Sky Conference matchup between the Portland State Vikings and the Lumberjacks. The Sky Dome was packed with families and fans. Check it out.
The Jacks' last home game, parents, friends, and students came together, visited campus, and got a taste of life as a Lumberjack to celebrate Family Weekend. Families flocked to the Dome to watch NAU football take on the Portland State Vikings. The Jacks scored on their very first drive, and the sold-out crowd was loud and proud. Unfortunately, NAU came up short with an end score of 45-21. Just 1 week removed from surpassing 2,000 career receiving yards, junior wide receiver Coleman Owen says that stats are not a reflection of the team's performance.
I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is winning. And stats are for losers at the end of the day. And I mean, if you care about stats and not about wins, you're not going to get anywhere. So we got to play better as a team and get back at it next week.
Although NAU is sitting at 2-5 overall, Owen is optimistic about the team's future because of the team's dedication and determination.
I don't think it's a 1-2 problem. I think everybody out there wants to score every drive, and we got a lot of drive on our team and a lot of heart. It's just an execution thing. Sometimes we're off here, off there. Everyone's just got to do their 1/11th, and at the end of the day, that's what it takes.
The Lumberjacks had a bye week, but will face the UC Davis Aggies in front of what is expected to be another large crowd for homecoming on Saturday. Adriana Sparks, NAZ Sports.
Sticking with NAU, for the first time in NAU history, both the men's and women's cross-country teams are ranked #1 in the country by the National Coaches Poll. Only one other school has ever held both top spots in the ranks. The teams remain undefeated, which is the best in program history. The Lumberjacks are hoping to carry this momentum into the Big Sky Conference meets coming up in Missoula, Montana on November 10th. Junior Nico Young said the teams view conferences as just another step to the national meet. Listen here.
I think the majority of the training that's going to help us has already been done. Now it's about fine-tuning and making sure that we're in the place that we want to be by the national meet, and I think conference is another step towards that. It's another race, it's another experience that will bring us closer. So, yeah, I think we're in a great place.
Switching gears to high school, sports reporter Hannah Hamilton and I went out to Coconino High School to meet with Eric FREAS recently. FREAS is both the athletic director and the athletic trainer there. We talked to him about the importance of athletic trainers in the high school setting and how he balances both roles.
Coconino High School's head athletic director and head trainer Eric FREAS has been balancing both jobs for 30 years. He is required to work around the clock, ensuring Coconino's student athletes and students have access to his help and resources. FREAS spoke to us about some of the obstacles he faces while working both positions.
It is challenging to do both the roles at the same time. It's interesting because I have to shift gears quite regularly between the two different positions, and it can be literally from one discussion to the next 30 seconds apart.
Despite FREAS having to work both jobs, each year a Coconino student intern and a handful of NAU grad students are there to learn and help with some of those duties. Coconino senior Briley Palmer is this year's intern and says she's learned a lot during her time interning for FREAS.
He's been very good to learn from, like just watching him and the way that he interacts with athletes, then I know how to interact with athletes. I've learned a lot from him. He's taught me to fight for what I need and to be confident in my voice.
FREAS has even more of a responsibility in his community than most athletic directors.
The vast majority of them do accept that help. We happen to be in a setting at Coconino High School where we have a lot of individuals that don't have a primary care physician, they don't have a dentist, they've never seen the basics that you and I may think is basic. They've not seen that individual.
Hannah Hamilton, NAZ Sports.
Now moving on to Major League Baseball, the World Series matchup is finally set. After a tough National and American League Championship Series, we only have 2 teams left. The Texas Rangers from the American League are facing our very own Arizona Diamondbacks from the National League. This is the first time the Rangers have advanced the World Series since 2011 and the first time for the Diamondbacks since 2001. Both began their postseason journeys as one of the last teams to get in. Now, Lydia.
Earning their World Series berths on the road. It was the first time road teams won games 6 and 7 in both leagues since the League Championship Series expanded to a best-of-7 format in 1985. The World Series games have begun just a little over an hour ago. Head over to Fox to catch the action after our show. We're going to take a break, but when we return, we are exploring a Flagstaff trail on our new section of the Overtime. Get out there. Stay with us.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point. There's smoky.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Welcome back to the Overtime. Now to our new section, Get Out There. This week, our sports class reminisced on the good old days and took an old-fashioned field trip. With Halloween right around the corner, sports reporter Ava Nichols takes you along our spooky local hike in the San Francisco Peaks. Check it out.
On this edition of Get Out There, we're on a quest for treasure. Today, I'm hiking the 1.5-mile Lamar Haines Loop Trail off Snowball Road. With a fallen cabin, pictographs, and a tale of buried loot somewhere in the area, I'm going to show you exactly what I find.
This beautiful area may be considered spooky to some. The Lamar Haines Memorial Wilderness Area is also referred to as Vate Spring by the locals. In the 1800s, the Wild West money heists ravaged their way through Flagstaff. Vate Spring is just one of multiple locations rumored to have buried loot. In the year 1881, $125,000 was stolen from a Wells Fargo stagecoach. The bandits were hunted down and shot at a cabin hideout in Vate Spring. Many have searched the area, but no loot was ever found.
Although I didn't find any buried loot, I definitely found gold. Make sure you head up the mountain these next few weeks to enjoy the little slice of fall we get here in northern Arizona. Ava Nichols, NAZ Sports.
Lydia, if you didn't see in the last video, I did go on that trip. And let me tell you, the colors of the trees were beautiful. The San Francisco Peaks are definitely a sight to see during the fall season. We're going to head into a quick break, but stick around because when we come back, we'll be hearing from our weekend reporter, Hannah Hamilton, about what's happening this weekend in Northern Arizona sports.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
Welcome back to the Overtime. My name is Hannah Hamilton, and I'll be your preview reporter tonight. Let's kick it off. The 2-6 Flagstaff Eagles football team will be on the road to take on the 12th-ranked 6-2 Bradshaw Mountain at 7 p.m. tonight at Prescott Bradshaw Mountain High School. The Eagles are looking to snap a 3-game losing streak within the Grand Canyon region. Moving on to college sports, NAU football is coming off their bye week to face UC Davis at 1 p.m. Saturday in the Skydome for homecoming. The UC Davis Aggies are 4-3 while the Lumberjacks are just 2-5. Both teams are coming off a bye week, and we can expect the Dome to be crowded with both current and alumni. Also taking place here in Flagstaff is the Big Sky Conference Soccer Championships. Defending champion Northern Arizona is the 4 seed and will face the 5 seed Sacramento State at 6 p.m. on November 1st. That's all I have for upcoming games. Hope you enjoy your weekend and be sure to get your tickets for local sports. I'm Hannah Hamilton. Thanks for having me. Back to you, Lydia.
Thanks, Hannah, and thank you all for joining us for this week's edition of Overtime. I would like to thank our sports reporters, Adriana Sparks, Hannah Hamilton, Ava Nichols, and my co-host, Angel Castellano. I'm Lydia Schreeders, and we'll see you next Friday at 6:15 for the next edition of the Overtime.